Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Today we are going to have topic number 5 presented to you. Topic number 5 is on room management module and guest account. And both room management module and guest account are normally being applied at the front desk and housekeeping department. So the learning objective for today is to identify the features and functions of the rooms management module of a hotel PMS. So in short, rooms management module, we call it RMM. And next is to define the room status terms and explain the importance of eliminating room status discrepancies. Um, we'll go through what is discrepancies at a later stage. Okay, learning objective number 3 is to explain how this module can assist in assigning guest rooms. And finally, to explain the housekeeping function performed by this module. Introduction. An automated PMS. PMS stands for Property Management System. So an automated PMS monitors and controls a number of front office and back office function, right? Not all PMS operate identically, but the RMM is always essential in front office software. So normally, when you want to design a PMS module function, it depends on the property that you have. If it's a 100 room hotel, the PMS company will actually design a tailor-made system just for that particular hotel. Okay. So, Rooms Management Module or RMM assists in maintaining current information on room status, assigns guest rooms during check-in, and finally helps coordinate guest services. So you remember when you were taking your front office management and you tried that IFCA system. So the IFCA system is the name of the company, but the system itself that shows you the room availability, which room is dirty, the room number, and the list of room that is available when you want to check in. That whole system is called rooms management module. This is a module designed to strengthen the communication between the front office and housekeeping. Okay, so most module, even though for different properties, so these are the basic function, yeah. The first is to identify the current room status. Room status such as occupied dirty, occupied clean, vacant dirty, vacant clean. These will all be shown in the room management module system. Next, the system will also assist in assigning rooms to guests at check-in. So whenever you have guests coming in to check in, the system will show you all the list of rooms that are available, that are clean, that you can assign to the guests. So this speeds up the process when you want to check in the guests. And it also provides in-house guest information. Once the guests have checked in, other departments such as F&B, housekeeping, they can know that this room is already occupied, who occupied it, and until when they are staying. Okay, and it also helps organize housekeeping activities. What sort of activities? Like when you are in the housekeeping department, you want to know which room you need to clean first, which room you don't need to clean because it's already clean, which room is going to have guests coming in for honeymoon, so you need to set the room for a honeymooners. So it organizes what you need to do in the housekeeping department. And it also generates timely reports for management. Every single report can be printed out. Yeah. So every activity that you have conducted using the system, for example, checking in, checking out, and this will be processed and can become some sort of a spreadsheet Excel report that the management can print out to actually help with their decision making process. Okay. Now, rooms management module alerts the front desk agent of the status of each room. So normally, when you want to know whether this room is available, clean, um, you can search for all the green rooms. Yeah, so the room number which has a green dot that shows all the green. This represent rooms that are clean. So if it has a red dot, it means that the room is still dirty. So front desk agent, anyone working at the front desk simply enters the room number to check the current status. And housekeeping staff, these are the one who change the room status after they have finished cleaning. They will update the room status. This can be done through a desktop terminal in their work area, a guest room, touch tone phone, or a wireless handheld device. So there are plenty of ways where the housekeeping staff can actually update the room status after they have finished cleaning it. The updated room status is automatically communicated to front desk. Communicated here means once the room status has been updated, the front desk can automatically see what is the current room, whether it has been cleaned or not, right? So this again help with the process, and all the information will be fast and correct. Okay. Next module. This module also capable of automatic room and rate assignment at the time of check-in. So when you have guests coming in to check in, when you select the room that the guest reserve, it will also show the rate of the room that they have booked. So you don't need to actually, try and look for several packages that can be offered. Automatically, you can see how much is the room, and you can just communicate this to the guest. Guest data can also be displayed at the front desk. Okay, so you have plenty of computers at the front desk. Yeah, when you want to check in, just go to one of the front desk agent. They will be able to see all the guest data over there, and also switchboard. Switchboard is normally a type of system that the telephone operator uses. And normally the telephone operator does not use a normal phone. They will use a phone that looks like a mini computer. Right? They have a keyboard, they have screen that displays the guest data and that sort of sense, yeah. And similarly with the concierge station, some hotels they do have concierge, and concierge also needs to check guest data in order to make booking for restaurant and whatnot, yeah. And other remote locations such as at the F&B, at the restaurant, at the recreation center, they also can just key in the room number and the guest data will be displayed. Yeah. This module enables management to efficiently schedule needed housekeeping staff and to review detailed housekeeping reports. Yeah, this is managed by the housekeeping department, of course. And also it has automated wake-up system and message waiting system that can be interfaced with this module. So automated wake-up system is when the guest requests for a wake-up call, let's say the next morning at 7 o'clock. So once you key it in the system, the next morning, 7 o'clock sharp, the guest phone in their room will automatically make a call and ring, and once the guest pick up, it will say something like, "Good morning, this is your wake up call." So this is how you can do the automated wake up system. Right? Next, before assigning rooms to guests, front desk must have access to the current accurate information on status of all the rooms. The current status of rooms can be affected by information about future availability. For example, reservation data and current availability at the housekeeping. So when you say this future availability, current status of room, not only that you can view the status of the room for today, you could also see the future availability for the next day, next week, next month, next year even, yeah? Because all of the booked rooms that the reservation has key in will also be stored in the system, the same system. So you can see that the guest reservation system and the room management module are related or interface with each other. Okay. And access to rooms availability data that extends several days into the future will provide the front desk reliable room status information. So if you want to take booking, for example, for a group of 100 rooms, so by checking the room availability under room management module, you can see how many rooms you have left for the particular dates that the group has requested, right? So this makes things much, much easier. Next, current availability of room is important because front desk must properly assign rooms to guests at the time of check-in. When you don't have this room management model, we call it non-automated front desk system, front office system. This is often problematic because of communication breakdown between front office and housekeeping. Imagine, yeah, front office and housekeeping department that do not have rooms management module. So once the housekeeping finish cleaning up a room, they will need to call up front desk. Hello front desk, room number 101 is clean. So you need to make a call each time you have finished the room cleaning. So this will take up much time and slow the process of checking in. Alright, so by having this system, you can just view in the room management module. If you want a clean room, just click the green colored room number, and you know that these rooms are available. So it speeds things up. Yeah. So automated from Office application, it ensures timely communication by converting data input by FO, housekeeping, and any guest services remote equipment into messages that are available at several locations throughout the property. So once you have checked out the guests in the system also, this can be viewed by other departments in the hotel. Now, the room status, what is that? Okay, when you have this room management model, it can instantly update the housekeeping status of room, enabling front desk to make a quick and accurate room assignment during check-in. For example, when housekeeping inform PMS that a room status has been changed from unchanged to vacant and ready, a notice is automatically relayed to front desk. This shows that whenever you key in or update the room status, automatically the other department can see it. Yeah, so it's like live. Okay, these are some of the room status definition. Um, we have actually conducted some sort of operational definition of terms for this one. So if you don't remember, just try out and fill in the definition for each of these room status again, and just to refresh your mind. Yeah. So we have occupied. Occupied means there are guests in the room staying in. Yeah. So normally occupied rooms are being stated as OC, which is occupied clean, or OD, which is occupied dirty. And if the room is vacant, the guest has checked out already, yeah, or there is no guest inside the room. So it either can be vacant clean. Vacant clean means the green coded room, yeah. You can sell this room. Or it can be vacant dirty or VD. VD normally means that the guest just check out from the room. It is vacant because the guest already checked out, but it is still dirty. So housekeeping needs to clean this room. You cannot sell this room until it is clean. Yeah. So we have complementary or house use. We have day use, early arrival, ETA, expected time of arrival and expected time of departure, ETA, ETD. And we also have stay over, sleep out, skipper, sleeper, and the rest. So try and refresh your mind by writing out the definition for each of these terms. Yeah. Next, the room status discrepancy. This is where a situation that refers to where the housekeeping department description of room status differs from FO. For example, when you are at the housekeeping, you see the room status is still OD or occupied 30. Okay. But when you see in the room, there is nobody there, no luggages. The guest is not there. So it is not OD, right? Because OD means occupied 30. So the room is vacant. It should be vacant dirty. So what happens here? So this is what we call discrepancies. Okay. A different room status between the housekeeping and the front office. What happens here is because of time delays in communicating room status from housekeeping to FO and from FO to housekeeping. What happened at the front desk, for example? Yeah, I'm giving you some examples. Front office, the guests already checked out, but the front office failed to update the status that now, after the guest check out, the room should be vacant, dirty. but the front office forgot to update. So it's still stated as occupied 30. So you need to actually check the room again whether the guest is still inside or not. Right, so this occurs time delays. So you cannot have this happening, because when you have time delays, it means that all the operation of the housekeeping as well as the front desk will be delayed as well. When you have this room management module, it can also produce a room discrepancy report, right? So this gives signals to management about which room that has a room status that must be investigated, right? So discuss with yourself what can happen if there is a room status discrepancy. Yeah. So think about what can happen when a room status discrepancy happen. What happened to the front desk and what happened to the housekeeping? So think about it. Yeah. Now, this is another process that can be done using room management module. We call it RMM. It can assist front desk to assign room and rates to guests during check-in. So, as I said, once you click on a room number, a series of rates, and how much it will cost for the room will appear, and you just choose which rate you want to assign to the guest. This also enable front office to quickly suggest a room to guests at the check-in and tell them how much. So it ensures a faster check-in process because you don't have to look through all the rates. Yeah, so whatever the room that the guest wants, search for it, and the rates will quickly appear. Now, in-house guest information can also be viewed using RMN. And you can also share some of the in-house guest information to other departments. Now, when POS terminal in dining area, this is at the restaurant, when we have point of sale terminal. When this terminal is interfaced, related to other system or module, guest data can be reviewed before charges accepted. So it's important, for example, at the restaurant, if you want to charge some amount, to the guest, you need to find out or verify the guest as well as their room number, whether it's correct or not. By having this guest data, it will help you to verify this. It will avoid mistakes such as charges accepted for the wrong guest, charges accepted for guests who have vacated, and guests who have been denied charge privilege. Now, the housekeeping function in RMM. This is what housekeeping can do with the same room management model. Forecast number of rooms to be cleaned, schedule room attendance, assigning workload, and measure their productivity. Once you want to clean up a room, the system can actually state, or record what time you went in and what time you went out. So how long did you actually take to actually clean the room? So this will be recorded, reported, and this will show you the productivity of the room attendants. Okay. Um, Next, housekeeping function, right? So whenever you want to clean a room, you have to use the telephone. Telephone as an example, telephone inside the guest room to actually put on your identification code, the room number, and the code identifying current room status. If you want to update the room status to clean, so you use the phone. And PMS will log in the time of the call when the room is ready and clean. The supervisor will come to inspect the room, and then the room attendant may verify that the room is already inspected and use the phone to actually update the current room status. It also record the room's attendant time in and out of the room. And also measure your productivity rate. How many rooms you can clean in how many hours? So it keeps management up to date of potential inefficiencies while tracking the location of a housekeeping personnel throughout the shift. So you can know, which room they are cleaning now, where they are now, and how long did they take, to clean up a particular room. So now finally, all systems have generation of reports. Okay. So RMM, this is the basic reports that it could produce: the room availability, room status, room forecasting, and these reports are designed to assist management in staffing and distribution of workloads. These are the examples, of the generation of reports: room allotment report, registration progress report, room activity forecast, actual departures report, housekeeper assignment report, housekeeper productivity report, rooms productivity report, and rooms history report. Yeah, please read on the explanation given on what this report means. Okay. So the RMM basically assists hotel operations in terms of enabling front desk to check in guests when they arrive and check out when they depart. This module also enables staff and management to maintain guest facilities through housekeeping functions. And the reports could also be generated using this model for management decision making. So let's see, this is the end of this chapter, yeah, for rooms management model for the housekeeping and the front desk function. So if you have any question, please ask and we'll discuss over it. Yeah, thank you for your attention, and see you for the next slide.